I want to talk about an observation that I've had. I've noticed this on a number of occasions through the years, but I'm kind of formulating the concept and putting it all together in my mind. This specifically relates to people who have extroverted feeling in their top four function stack. And I think this is probably true of people who have extroverted feeling in any of the top four functions. Although I will say that the two people that I've noticed it with in my life the most have primary extroverted feeling, one of them, and the other one has extroverted feeling as their fourth function. So I can't 100% say that I've observed this in people who have extroverted feeling in their second or third function, but I would guess it's probably there. However, I want to add another caveat. I have noticed this to a degree with someone that I know who is an ESFJ. So he's got extroverted feeling in his first function, but it's partnered with preferring sensing over intuition. What I'm about to talk about, I've noticed more in people who have both extroverted feeling in their top four function stack and favor intuition over sensing, regardless of whether it's extroverted intuition or introverted intuition, because I've seen this in both. And here is what it is. I have noticed that people who fit what I've just described have a tendency to get an idea in their mind about an event, a thing that they want to do, a thing that they want to arrange. And that thing is going to necessarily involve other people. Not a surprise for people with extroverted feeling. Even in its last slot, right? Even in the last slot, they still are going to want to be involved in things that involve other people. But hey, who doesn't? All people do that regardless of whether they have extroverted feeling or introverted feeling. That doesn't really matter. Nevertheless, what happens is these people are planning something. They get an idea about an event, a thing, something they want to do. It involves other people, and that person who has the extroverted feeling and the intuition over sensing is the one who's going to be organizing it. It was his or her idea. And in this, let's just say she, to keep it simple, she contacts the other people, notifies them about the thing that she has in mind, and begins to plan it and arrange it. However, the other people that are going to be participating in the event have opinions about the way the event ought to be structured, or what they should do at the event, or how the event ought to run, or maybe they just don't even want to be involved in the event at all. They're not interested. The extroverted feeling intuitive seems to conjure up an idea that is going to be, when performed exactly as imagined, and I say imagined primarily for those NE people, when performed exactly as planned for those NI people, in their mind anyway, it's going to be amazing. Everyone's going to come, they're going to show up, everything's going to go exactly according to the idea or the plan, and everyone's just going to have a grand old time. There will be happiness throughout. There will be a great sharing of experience. There will be a great sharing of emotion, and it'll just be fantabulous. But enter the people, frequently people with introverted feeling, let's be honest. Enter the people, though, who don't want to play along. They don't want to go to the event at all, or they don't want it to be held at that location, or they don't want it to be held on that day or at that time, or they don't want to wear those clothes to that event, or when they come to the event, they don't want to do that thing or participate in that activity or whatever it may be. Now, the extroverted feeling intuitive, and sometimes the extroverted feeling sensor as well, is thinking this could be amazing. It could be perfect, and everyone could have an amazing, fantastic time in which we all share in the pleasure, the joy, and the positive emotions that the event will produce. But you, probably introverted feeler, but whatever, you person who needs to be involved in this event for it to go as the extroverted feeling intuitive, have imagined or planned, you are messing it up. Now, because that person doesn't want to come, and that person doesn't like the venue, and that person doesn't want to wear those clothes, and that person thinks we should choose different food, and that person doesn't think we should perform that activity during the event, and that person, doesn't want to play along in this way, and that person doesn't want to play along that way. Now those people they are in the process of ruining the event. And what is the result in the extroverted feeler, especially extroverted feeling intuitive's mind? Well, I don't know 100% because I can't get in their minds. But I've watched this play out. I have two specific people in my life where I've seen this happen over and over and over and over again. And both of them have extroverted feeling and favor intuition over sensing. And what seems to potentially be in their mind is, we could have had a great experience that would have produced amazing emotions for all of us to share together. Now, I think for the SI people, there might be also, so that would be the NESI people, there might also be some, and we could create great memories. I mean, that could be in anybody. Anybody could think that, but I think that's a tad bit more SI-minded, but not entirely. For the NISE, it could be, and we would get to experience these amazing things and experience them together. Isn't that what we all want, is to experience great things together? And for those NI people, it would be like, but there's this great plan that I have. And if everybody just follows the plan. And for the NE people, it would be like, well, there's this great idea that I have. And if everybody just follows the idea. Either way, the FE is saying we should all come together and enjoy an experience together that will produce a positive emotion that we can all bask in, provided that everyone follows the plan or the idea that I have in my mind and have set forward for all of you to do. You must all do exactly what I want you to do at the time I want you to do it, where I want you to do it, in the exact way that I want you to do it, because that's the idea in E, or that's the plan in I, and we're all gonna feel great, FE, when this happens. But it doesn't happen, or it rarely happens anyway. Because all of the other people, frequently the FI people, are like, you didn't consult me. I never said I wanted to be a part of this. I don't like your ideas. I don't want to do that. And I won't play along, because that's what FI tends to do. Now, for you FI people out there, myself included, come on, man. Every once in a while you can put on a garment you don't like, go to a place you don't want to go, eat a food that's not your favorite, get over it. Maybe this FE intuitive actually does have a really good idea. And if everybody would just shut up, play along, and, put on a smile, they actually would have a really good time. And it would create a great memory. And it would be a nice event. And everyone would be relatively happy. But you FI people, me, I'm pointing at myself, you got to ruin everything, don't you? But at the same time, all of you FE people out there, all of you, especially FE intuitives, you have to, consider the possibility that just because the idea sounds great to you and you've come up with a great plan or you have a great idea, and just because in your mind, if everybody will do what you have in mind, it will be an amazing event and everybody will have fun and love it, that doesn't actually mean it's going to play out that way. Even if everybody does play along, even if everybody's just like, whatever, I'll do whatever it is you tell me to do, whatever you want, that doesn't actually mean that they're gonna enjoy it. I think a lot of times FE people are let down They're let down by the idea they get in their mind that it's going to be amazing and everybody's going to have fun and everybody's going to feel positive emotions. And then when the thing actually happens, that's not how it works out. There's that guy sitting in the corner who looks like he's not having fun. There's the person over there who's grumbling and complaining. There's the one that didn't show up or showed up an hour late because he didn't even want to be there. There are the people who are, being like, why are we doing this? We should be doing that, whatever. And it rarely does work out where everybody has fun. Everybody has the positive emotion that the FE person expects them all to have. Nevertheless, it can be a great environment. It can be a great experience if everyone plays along. It's just that they normally don't. Anyway, that's a little insight that I feel like I've seen in the FE people, but especially the FE and intuitives. So I just wanted to throw that out because it's something I've been observing and I've been thinking about, and I just want to help maybe some of you FE, especially FE intuitives, to process that and think about the fact that, maybe you do that. Maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't know you. Maybe you do that. And when other people are letting you down because they're not, following the plan or getting on board with your idea, maybe you need to be asking yourself, am I forcing my idea? Am I forcing my plan on unwilling participants? Anyway, I hope this is helpful to somebody, whoever it is. If you're an FI, lighten up and go along with the flow from time to time. You're not going to die. Have a great day, and I appreciate you all watching. Thank you so much. Bye now.